Emotions are amazing and they freaking suck. Love, anger, happiness, all these things are enhanced by emotion. And any experience that's made you say, why would I ever want to die? This moment right here is why I stay alive, would not be the same without emotion. But on the other hand, having feelings sucks. Having to feel the constant weight of the world crushing you gets unbearable. People manipulate, lie, and steal. People that are close to you make mistakes and they hurt a lot. Looking into the future is terrifying. Do we really want to bring kids into this place? Look at all the examples out there of parents that have failed. Are we just going to become like that? Why should I bother falling in love if, statistically speaking, I'm just going to break her heart in a few years? All these thoughts can get really heavy and it can start to feel like a whirlwind that you're losing control of. Dark thoughts will come and you'll need to cope with them. You can run from it, but you can only run for so long. You can face it head on, but for every step forward, it feels like you're taking 2 steps back. Or another solution is you can numb it. Cutting works pretty well. I've heard that alcohol and drugs are pretty effective too. Now when my coworker tells me that she broke her hand while drunk trying to forget that her family's screwed up and how they're trying to manipulate her, maybe it won't bother me because truly deep down, it doesn't affect me. I can just be like, yo, you know what? Your life will be okay. Don't worry about it. It all works out in the end. And then I'll just walk away from it. Never think about it again because I don't feel. The emotion doesn't hit me and it doesn't bother me. Maybe when I see people get mistreated, I won't think, wow, I hate humans. Instead, I'll be like, because I don't actually feel anything. There's definitely benefits to being numb, but there's a problem. When you don't feel anything, you can walk through fire. But when you don't feel anything, there's no reason to walk through fire anymore. Life becomes bland. Happiness is only temporary. That's in the nature of happiness. It's here and then it's gone. But if happiness used to feel like this, happiness starts to feel like this. You'll start to lose interest in a lot of things that you used to find enjoyable. And you'll be living life simply for the point of living life without any end goal in mind except for your inevitable death. And do you really want to wait to die for it to be over with? But it goes beyond just yourself. Life is full of many people, not just the little bubble that we're in. What I'm saying is, even if nobody cares right now, eventually somebody is going to care about you and you're making that future relationship much more difficult by numbing yourself. My point here is not that you should avoid relationships, but just that relationships can become more difficult. By realizing and acknowledging what's going on, the proper steps can be taken to ensure harmony in the relationship. The best thing you can do as someone who feels numb is to communicate with the other person, even if it feels impossible. And the best thing you can do as someone who's in a relationship with someone who's numb is to be there for them, and you can do that best by listening to them. Because 2 people working through life's struggles together is much better than fighting it alone. My hope of making this video is if anybody's debating feeling numb, you would realize, wow, I will inflict a lot of damage on future relationships that I will truly care about if I go down this path. My second reason for making this video is for anybody who's in a relationship with someone who's numb or has to observe numbness. Watching somebody who's mentally tortured sucks. And these are my personal reasons, at least. It sucks because no matter how good you are, no matter how hard you try to bring them back, no matter how hard you work on yourself, it's their fight. And you cannot just grab in there and pull out whatever's bothering them and be like, come back to me. You can't do that. You just have to sit there and listen and hope they make it out. And it sucks. It's so hopeless feeling all the time. But that doesn't mean there isn't joy to still be found. So keep your head up, guys and gals. There's hope. There's hope. There's hope, man, I'm telling you. My third and final reason for making this video is for those who are currently numb. Do me a favor and stick around. If you see no happiness in anything, if I may be so bold, try to make others happy instead. Look at their joy and realize that you caused that in them. Just because you can't feel doesn't mean that you don't invoke feelings in others, and you have control over that. You can do so many beautiful things with your life still, and stick around. We love you guys. Please. There's a time for every emotion. There's a time to be happy. There's a time to be angry. There's a time to be upset. There's a time to slam your foot on the ground and say, I'm not taking this anymore. And then there's a time to take it. Humans were made to experience this wide range of emotion. And even if you can't feel it, that's okay. Just experience the ones that you still can experience. Love in relationships isn't just about being lovey-dovey and happy all the time. It's that commitment to grow through life with somebody. So mental struggles, happy times, everything that happens is part of the commitment. It's part of the experience. And I feel like our culture a lot of the time is like, you're here for the good, as soon as the bad stuff happens, drop them and be done because, oh, I can't deal with it. That's really the bad perspective to look at it, because the good is so much more rewarding because you've gone through the storm. And we need to acknowledge that life is all this. It's all the good, all the bad. And yes, some relationships aren't meant to be, but at the same time, work through the ones that are worth it. And don't be afraid of showing who you are to the other person, because that's what we're there for. We're there for the whole package. So it's okay to have mental struggles. It's okay if you feel numb, because we're here to grow and change with you. That's life. That's a relationship. That's a commitment. I know I've been talking a lot about feeling numb in relationships and not just about relationships, but that's because these videos are fully written and edited and produced and whatever by me. I made this video because it's something that's been really on my heart for a while, and this is kind of my way of expressing a lot of my feelings. So yeah, I hope you guys like this video. I've experienced some insane growth since my last, so I really appreciate it, guys. This whole time I've been having gameplay of GRIS playing in the background. It's a phenomenal game. I highly advise checking it out. It's about a girl coping with loss, and it's really beautiful. Art can show expression in a lot of ways that words cannot. I don't know how to end videos. What am I doing? I know how to end videos. Thank you so much for watching.